Hello there and welcome back. In this video we are going to see how you can use the Hug API framework to create an HTTP microservice with the help of your API. So what is important to do here is to import the Hug module, and we need to specify a decorator. And the decorator is going to describe the HTTP function or method that you can use to access that specific context route. And we can use the hug.local to create this endpoint. And let's say we have this addition named function. And since it's an addition, what we can do is to return a result of the product of these two numbers, and A is going to be the Hug types number, and B is also going to come from the Hug that types that number. And let's save it. What we can do now is to go ahead and execute this. So hug-f hello http.py. As you can see, now we are serving this function as an HTTP microservice, and localhost 8000. So the API call you tried to make was not defined because we need to use the addition context route. And here what we can do is to specify the value for the A and B, as it says that there are required parameters which were not supplied. So question mark A equals 10 and B equals 20. So the result is 30, and it's pretty fast. So now what we can do is to, for example, specify something called @hug remote create another function. So what is important is to notice that we can use the hug get, and we can also use the hug.local, and let's call this another function is let's call this next function welcome. And we will have the name, which is coming from the hug types text, and the age, which is coming from the hug types number, and we return the message if you are age number of years old name. And what we can do is to also specify examples. So examples equal to A equals 10 and B equals 20, and examples name equals Daniel and age equals 30. Now we can restart this. Oh, it has already reloaded. So we can go back. For the addition, what we can see here is that we have this examples response when we just query this API, the root context route, and it will give us this example as to how we can hit it. Now we can use the welcome with the name and the age, and it says that you are 30 number of years old, Daniel. Or if we go back to this addition, there we go. And we can do many fun things with this. So we could say that hug dot post at hug.local, def update user name hug.types.text and salary equals to hug.types.number and def, or rather return message the salary of name was updated to salary. Let's make it an F string and don't forget the colon, and examples equals to name Gabriella and salary 1 million. So now, since Hug is going to restart by default, we can go and inspect the default context routes. What? Handlers. And let's go back. What do we have here? So, previous line repeated 3 more times. All right. What is it? So anyway, basically we can use this addition and whatnot to create our own API. And what I would also like to show you is that we can run this in production ready, like environment, or we could use the GUnicorn to execute it. Let's go back to the desktop. Hugging framework, scripts activate, and we can pip install GUnicorn. And after it was installed, what we can do is to go back and run our API. So, for example, we could take this hello HTTP and use GUnicorn hello HTTP colon underscore ug WSGI, and wow, it is not going to work because it doesn't have this module. Yeah, GUnicorn is going to work only on WSGI. Is only going to work on Linux machines and the WSGI as well. Alright, then let's just kick off a virtual machine because I don't want to end this video without doing that. Let's do this with the Fedora. It will boot up pretty soon. And let me just copy this one. And after we have loaded it, we can use this one. And on the Fedora machine, what we have to do is to open up our terminal. Let's go to the desktop. And if we are here, I should change the preferences. So custom font, let's make it like 18. So you can also see something. Hello http.py. And let me just copy this one. And go ahead and paste this one. Sudo python 3-m pip install hug and gunicorn. So now hug-f hello http should work, and if we open up the Firefox and go to the HTTP localhost 8000, we have this response, and we could and should be able to use the WSGI or the gunicorn. Hello HTTP __ hug _WSGI __, and this way we can boot up like a production ready version, and you could use the systemctl to create a service on a Linux machine which runs gunicorn. So technically that was all I wanted to show you as to how you can use it, and see you in the next